Matt's assistant microphone there looks like an alien or from the movie Wall-E. Hey, it's the Sportz Nutz. Welcome to season 7. We have made it. Y'all, let's get it and enjoy this outro.
First thing, use my microphone.
Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. We run this show. We run this show. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Hands up, get loud. Hands up, get loud. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. SNU, wow. Making you proud.
Sports Nutz back in the game. Make you remember the name. Brandon came with the vision. Matt brought it all in the frame. Nobody rocking like Shane. Give you them facts from the brain. Every take hot like a flame. Then us going out with a bang.
Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. We run this show. We run this show. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Hands up, get loud. Hands up, get loud. Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. SNU, wow. Making you proud.
You are now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Okay, Matt, that by far is one of the best intros that you have created. That was pretty rocking. We hope you guys are as excited about season 7 as we are. Welcome to yet another amazing run. We are so ready. As you guys do see, we are airing live on my Facebook, on Shane's, and on Matt's. We are not airing on the Facebook one, on the Sportz Nutz one, because our editor, Mark, is actually going to be interviewing Chapel Fowler at the same time. So you're going to have double whammy, getting a chance to view both of us. So if you get a chance, just tune in to him and really enjoy the interview. But y'all, tonight we are blessed. We have our good friend Casey Ditzel. He is the play-by-play voice of your ECHL affiliate of the Stanley Cup champion Carolina Hurricanes. It is the Greensboro Gargoyles. And yes, Shane, you can live that up for the next 365 days. We're not going to fault you for not cheering for the right team, though. I'm just saying. Oh, man. But, guys, real quick, special shout-out to everybody tuning in live on 95.5 KFCE, TigerNation.live, 95.9, the Sports Animal in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and all of the other amazing radio stations we air on, as well as our international audience, which we now air in 58 countries worldwide. Thank you guys so much. You really are the backbone for our success. Hey, real quick, also, if you live on the island of Hawaii, more specifically, island of Oahu, and you are needing someone to talk to you about getting your catering events covered, meaning for your corporate events, family outings, and I know you guys are still recovering from Hurricane Lala. If you need someone to get some good food, give me a message, Brandon Keeler on radio@gmail.com, and I'll get you in touch with Bobby. He is the owner of Columbus Cuisine. We're really, really thankful for Bobby on that one. But, man, Matt, welcome to season 7, man. I hope you had a fantastic, fantastic break, as they call it. But how are you doing? And I know your pocket's a little lighter with all those girls in the house.
Oh, man, of course, man. It's hot. It's
Yes.
hot, man.
A little.
It's been hot for a while, man. I hope my audio's coming in good, man. My
Yeah,
mic
you are.
down on me, before we started. But it's hot, man, and just happy to get back to it, man. Shane, what's going on, man?
Shane, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm here. As you can tell, my voice
And
is
he hurts,
still
by the way,
recovering.
folks.
Yeah, my voice is still recovering. Walking, I don't know, close to 20 miles this weekend while at the
Yeesh.
racetrack, and screaming and hollering over the cars. So please forgive my voice. Hopefully it'll be back here shortly. I know Liquid IV. It's not a paid promotion. but I just found out about them, and man, they've saved my life the past couple of days. But man, ready to get season 7 going, and man, just glad to be here for this monumental moment of ours.
Absolutely. And I can attest to liquid IV. My daughter Addison drinks that for during softball practices and softball games. And yeah, you do see a million times difference. So, all right, guys, we're not going to make him wait any longer. He is, like I said, the voice of your ECHL affiliate of the Carolina Hurricanes. They are the Greensboro Gargoyles. Casey, my brother, how are you doing, man?
Hey, gentlemen. Season 7. How about some snaps around? New intro. Yeah. One guy that's picked the right team for the hockey relations, but Shane, snaps to you as well, my friend. Let's go talk some Hurricanes hockey. Hopefully some Gargoyles as well.
I will tell you this. My team is the Tampa Bay Lightning. Matt's team is actually the New Jersey Devils because he's from Jersey, so he has to cheer on. And, like I said, Casey, we don't fault Shane or Matt for not cheering for the right teams. But last time I checked, the Jersey Devils, it's been over 20 years since they won, I think, a Stanley Cup. So I had to rub it in on that.
You can't let them give that to you.
Yeah, we have to heckle them.
What can you do? There's nothing I can say right now, so I just got to take it. So it's.
But I will say this: I had this on both of you guys. My team won back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, and for the first time in 6 years, Florida didn't host the Stanley Cup or the Kelly Cup. So, cheer on to that one.
All right, Casey, to remember a cup that was won about 6 years ago. So we'll take the most recent one. I'll take that one with Shane.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Now, Casey, it's so good to see you. It's always good to have you on, and I hope you're doing very well. Now, let's dive right into it. Now, this new hockey campaign is literally knocking on the door. We saw a few faces change in the ECL. We saw the Utah Grizzlies leave, and they now play in Trenton, New Jersey, as the Iron Hawks. We saw the Wheeling Nailers leave the Pittsburgh Penguins affiliate and join the Columbus Blue Jackets. Just a little bit of movement, and we know that Houston, Austin, and Atlanta are the front runners for the new NHL franchises. Now, the 4 franchises haven't been announced yet, but it is widely believed also that Indianapolis is also on that train. What does this say to you, knowing that we aren't done yet seeing the greatest game in hockey expand?
Well, I'll tell you, hockey's on its way up right now, and I think that's shown when exactly what you just talked about, that the Tampa Bay Lightning won back-to-back. The Florida Panthers have been in 3 straight cups, and now it's the Carolina Hurricanes. All of those teams are south of the Mason-Dixon. So hockey in the South is booming, and the 2 Texas teams as well are expansion in non-traditional hockey markets. So it's an exciting time for us in the ECHL. The transitions come with Utah being kind of forced out because of the Mammoth being there. That allows Trenton to get their team back. So for Trenton, obviously a big excitement. That's a team we're going to see quite a bit, being in the North Division. A lot of trips planned to the Northeast, and Trenton will be, I believe, twice on the schedule. We go there kind of in between a few road trips. So we'll have the Iron Hawks here twice in Greensboro. We'll be in Trenton twice. Wheeling's a unique situation as well, with the Pittsburgh ownership deciding to go with the Florida Everblades. The owners of the Everblades and the owners of the Penguins are the same. So that's why Wheeling kind of got forced out of that. Fortunately for them, able to hop in with Columbus, who didn't have an affiliate. It's just, again, room for expansion, because as the NHL expands, hopefully we'll see more AHL teams. We'll see more ECHL teams. The coast now, with the announcement of Augusta coming up next year, New Mexico joining the league this coming year, is expanding as well. That means more jobs, more players that are going to find spots, more broadcasters like us who have jobs, and the opportunity to keep moving up is expanding with that as well. So obviously kind of all around, whether you're a player, whether you're a fan, whether you're working in the industry, it's pretty exciting.
We actually had Jared Johnson on when they made the announcement that he was going to be the general manager of the New Mexico Goat Heads. And then we also recently had the new ownership of the Augusta Lynx, which I'm going to say, by the way, I'm really excited to have them back. And I like their logo. It's actually pretty snazzy. I like how they've mixed a lot of the old and the new. That always makes me excited on that kind of front. Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, Casey, man, thanks again for joining us for this premiere episode that we have. It's pretty good that we get an affiliate of the Stanley Cup champion Carolina Hurricanes here in the building tonight with us. But you guys had your first season this past year, and man, what it looked like it was a bunch of fun. And had a bunch of times that are probably stuck into your memory forever. Can you kind of give us some of those favorite moments that you had from this past season?
Yeah, I mean, that part's hard to pick because it was a lot of firsts for me. It was my first professional job coming out of 6 years with college and with ESPN college hockey. It was brand new, starting a new franchise. And I think the biggest thing that blew me away was the amount of work that our team put into it, and whether it was my side of things and on the creative side with Aiden Racky and Alexa Pinarski, who are our creative staff that I work very closely with, or whether it was our sales team, the corporate sponsorships, putting that all together and then having to deal with an old building that hasn't seen hockey in 20 years, a building in a league 2 below the NHL, also the venue that the Carolina Hurricanes first played in when they moved down, but that has 23,000 seats. It was built for ACC basketball, probably not for ECHL hockey, and trying to fill that up. And the struggles that were there from the start of the year, we had an average of 2,500 to 3,000 fans for the first couple months, and then turn that into, on the last weekend of the year, setting the record over the past 5 seasons for attendance in the ECHL. We had 16,700 plus in attendance for one of those games. And it was a kids' day game. The ice melted down. We had a close to a 2-hour delay. And, on the entertainment side of things, it became our job to have to fill time on that. So we had a dance party and karaoke and trying to keep the kids satisfied. And one of the cool things after that, it ended up being probably close to a 6-hour game by the time things were all done. But the teachers and the fans that came to it, they said you could hardly tell there was a delay in the game because of the way that our staff kind of thought on their feet and went through that. And hopefully for kids, that ends up being, an experience that maybe it was their first time at a hockey game. And that's something that you want to come back to. And that parlays into what the Hurricanes did. I grew up a Hurricanes fan, moved down here, and how wild is it that your first job is with your favorite team's organization? I think for me, number one on the list of cool things that I got to do was we got to go to training camp in the rookie tournament. The first week of having hockey in my job, sat down with Rod Brindamore and watching the rookie tournament with our head coach from last year, Scott Burt, and just talking to Rod Brindamore about setting up culture and what they're looking forward to for the season. We were there for the first week of training camp and getting to see guys like Jordan Stahl in person. And when they're in the gym, Freddie Anderson was a guy who I couldn't believe how big some of these guys are in person. On the other side, same with maybe how small a guy like Seth Jarvis is, but how talented he is when you see him on the ice. Those are some things that are pretty special, that it ends up being a Stanley Cup year down here, the first time in 20 years. We were working very close with it. I was at every home game in Raleigh, and we were hosting events for all the road games throughout the playoffs. And again, hopefully that's something that it's setting the tone of an experience that maybe, whether it's kids, whether it's adults, while that's going on, the news coverage is there, the hometown team, even if it's an hour down the road. Hopefully there's a lot of people that just saw the sport for the first time, because maybe in the 20 years that they've been off, they had the big dry spell there for the early 2010s. People may have, lost the touch with hockey, or there's a whole generation of people that grew up without it. And now hopefully that's a new group that just saw the game, just fell in love with it, and that we can parlay that into year 2 here in our organization.
You're muted, Brandon.
Muted.
I'm sorry, dadgummit.
Matt
did it to me this time.
That's the first time we ever able to do that to him, man. We got him, Shane.
I will tell you this too, Casey. How can you not be romantic about the fact that you get to be a part of an affiliation of your favorite team. That's all inspiring. And, the people don't realize that hockey is one of the most amazing sports to watch and to be a part of, which, by the way, you did mention the NCAA. I do want to give a quick shout out to the University of Denver. Won the Frozen Four this year. That was really exciting for them. And I'm not going to lie, I was glued to the entire Frozen Four series. Shane and I were literally texting back and forth like, man, this is a crazy match. And then when you see Denver win, I told my wife, I said, I think Denver is about to do something big. And she's like, what do you mean? I go, they continuously are attacking. I think they're going to win. And then boom, right away, they score the goal and they won. I was like, wow, that was just memorable. Matt, go ahead. I know Matt likes the fact that he got to heckle me finally for my mic being because I heckle both of him and Shane. So, but Matt, go ahead, man.
Casey, like both of my guys said, man, we thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate it, man. My question is kind of like a two-part question about dealing with two different subjects. Pretty much now that you've had your, entire inaugural season, to watch that organization grow, can you tell us what surprised you most about the Greensboro hockey market? And after that, for those who don't know, can you kind of just explain to us and explain to everybody watching your humble beginnings as far as what got you into doing what you're doing now, your motivation and, just things like that and people you met along the way?
Yeah, I think the market is something that's special, and there's a reason they brought an ECHL team into what seems like an impossible venue. And the 23,000 seats, that if you look up the history of Greensboro hockey, the AHL and the ECHL records for attendance are both held here. It was the Greensboro Monarchs in the late 80s, early 90s. They hold the AHL record and the ECHL record. They were winning Riley Cups before it turned into the Kelly Cup. And in the ECHL, then they transitioned into the AHL. Didn't have as much success results-wise, but the fan success was still there. Both of those attendances over 22,000. So now you parlay that 20 years in the future and maybe a bit of a different market, but the passion is still there in the fan base. And we see a lot of repeat customers. The season ticket base is a lot of fans that were original season ticket holders, whether it was with those seasons of the Monarchs hockey or when the Generals came back after the Hurricanes kind of moved in and shook things up because they spent their first two seasons in our building. But throughout the whole year, whether the results weren't there or if we were winning, and unfortunately it was a tough year results wise, which is historically pretty much to be expected in ECHL expansion because you don't have an expansion process. You're starting from literally zero and starting to build that core. So it was a well below 500 season at the bottom of the league. And the last game of the year, we had 8,000 tickets sold, which for us, a sellout is the lower bowl is about 11,000. So we had 8 out of the 11,000, which was up there, our top 5 biggest games of the season attendance wise. We got blown out 4-1 in that game, but at the end of the game, there was still, I'd say, 5,000 to 6,000 people that were there on their feet applauding the players on their way off. The players did an autograph signing afterwards. Probably still about 3,000 people that were there for about 2 hours afterwards. So that shows the passion in the market, and that's something that you would expect with the way our season went. We didn't get the 20 win mark in a 72 game season. That the interest would go away pretty quickly. And it was actually the opposite of that. We saw major increases as the season went on in attendance. And that push is something that I think is going to be really big here in the second season. New coach coming in, and the market is still excited. And especially with the Hurricanes, the excitement is something that we can try to draw off. We're hosting a preseason game with the NHL. The Hurricanes are hosting the Predators at our arena. It's the first time since 1999 that the Hurricanes will play in Greensboro. The fans are ecstatic about that. And again, it's trying to build on that new market because if the new people can draw off the energy of all the fans that have been there for the history of it, you're building your own history. And that's something that we're really trying to do here, and something that we have a very special opportunity. I mentioned the staff that I work with, and especially our game presentation staff is unbelievable. And hopefully we can get you guys out to a game at some point this year because the way they draw out the LEDs, all the videos, and it is a show. And again, regardless of what happens on the ice, the people that come to the game want to come back because of the show that's put on. And they try to draw you kind of on a roller coaster of emotions through the pregame show and throughout the intermissions. And there's a lot of family fun aspects and trying to, get kids to want to come back. And that enjoyment side, it's honestly, it is something that really blew me away, because what I would have expected, if you told me a year ago, we would have had a 19-win season and asked what the fan rate would have been, I would have probably told you that I'd be out of a job right now. And honestly, it's completely the opposite of that aspect. So that would be the hit on kind of part number one. Number two, the passion and kind of what got me here. I started at Clarkson University. I was working for a student radio station, and my passion for broadcasting, I would honestly describe as dumb luck. I was not very good at engineering. I was playing college golf, and I wasn't going to class too much. I didn't love engineering. I was taking chemistry and physics, and didn't have any passion for it. And fortunately, I guess fortunately for myself, I didn't go to those classes, because I pretty quickly switched to communication. COVID hit. Our professional broadcaster, who ended up being my agent, Mike Valancourt, left and took a different college job, and now is working as the voice of Nebraska Omaha. He left, the spot opened, and that brought me into work with the men's and women's teams professionally. I got contracted with ESPN. I was able to stay back through grad school. So I got 6 years of professional experience before ultimately deciding to move on from college. And that was when this opportunity came last year. And I think the biggest thing I learned there, it was a small market, great people. And it's kind of the same thing. The energy from the fans drives the success that the small schools have up north in New York. And it's because when you're up in the Adirondacks there, the closest thing to professional sports is the college hockey. And we had to put on a show. We were fighting with ESPN Plus after COVID, trying to get people out of their houses to come in person. You have to find a way to make the games an experience and not something that you can just sit at home and watch on TV. I think that's exactly what we've been able to do here. And we won Marketing Team of the Year this year because of those entertainment features. They throw me into a pie eating contest during the first intermission, and we didn't have an arena host, so I offered to start emceeing, and that turned into kind of a fun way to loop fans into the broadcast. So what we do is throw it to commercial, come back, and I'd be down in the bowl and interviewing fans or having a karaoke contest, having a dance contest. And that was on the radio and on our Flow Hockey TV stream. And the fans are engaged that way that when they go home, you can watch the replay of your dad in a dance competition with a bunch of strangers. You can watch, the awkward moment where Casey came down and stuffed a pie in someone's face, or you can watch an outstanding moment during our affiliation weekend where someone proposed. Those are all things that happened organically, and it was just because we had a great staff with us. We had a lot of people that were really devoted to their jobs and trying to kind of push the envelope of, not just being what every other team is. And we strive to be extraordinary and not ordinary. And I think going into this year, again, it's something that we are really trying to push the envelope, whether it comes to the entertainment side, whether it's the media side, and our player coverage and what we're posting on the behind the scenes stuff. We're always trying to find a way to be better.
I would pay to see the pie eating contest. I really would. So my question is kind of a two-parter. Now, obviously we know the level of success that the Montreal, the Women's Professional Hockey League, and then also the ECHL affiliate, both winning the Walter Cup and then also winning the Kelly Cup. But, the amount of success that the Women's Professional Hockey League obtained this year is unprecedented. It's record-breaking, and they've already announced they're going to be expanding again. We already know that one team is in Tampa, the Tampa Bay Bolts. They're going to be coming. We are really good friends with the people who are basically affiliated with them. So, but what does this say to you, knowing that women's professional hockey is also on the? I mean, women's sports in general is absolutely the way to go right now. But what does this say to you, knowing that the Women's Professional Hockey League is also on the rise?
Well, it's special for me because a lot of my really close friends are the ones that are renegading this league. And Haley Wynn is one of my best friends from high school and into college. And it was, an exciting year for the United States all around, whether men's or women's, but especially on the women's side. And the cool thing about the timing of it being in Italy was it worked perfectly with our schedule, that we had the TV up all day watching the Olympics in the office, and go right from pregame skate into the women's hockey games on TV. And then our games were starting at 7 p.m. But same with Montreal. Nicole Gosling's a Clarkson alum that I was there with for 5 of the 6 years I was there. She was there, and we both graduated our master's degrees together last year. She was on that Walter Cup team. So, and beat Haley in the first round of that tournament with the Boston Fleet. But, it's super cool to see, because the opportunity for and I got a close view of it throughout my 6 seasons working with women's hockey, and especially in college. It's a lot of fun, because especially on the women's side, like the prospect pool is pretty tight, and the ECHL, which is where Clarkson was, the conference there is loaded with talent. So whether it was watching the Olympics or whether it's watching the PWHL drafts over the last 2 years, it's outside of the Ohio States, Wisconsin, Minnesota, it is all ECHL names. And it's holds a super special spot in my heart. And certainly if there was the right opportunity, I would be jumping immediately to go support that and take a job in the PWHL. It would be a no-brainer for me to go do something like that, which I don't think is something that you could say even 2, 3, 4 years ago. Honestly, even 2 years ago, I don't think that's something that if you asked me, would I go from an ECHL job and take a PWHL or take before the PWHL, there wasn't even a league that would have been holding broadcast jobs. So the expansion is unbelievable, and it's certainly exciting to see them go all the way out to the West Coast. Kind of the same thing about what I was saying with the non-traditional markets in men's hockey. It's the same thing there. You wouldn't expect to see women's hockey in San Jose, even Seattle, where the expansions are going, Las Vegas. It's extremely exciting to watch.
Yeah, we are beyond excited. Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, Casey, as you mentioned, Greensboro, where the Gargoyles play, is going to be hosting a preseason game for the Carolina Hurricanes. We know that the training camp also comes there, and all. What does that do, kind of for the Gargoyle players, with them having the training camp there and stuff like that, and being able to witness, some of the greats that you aspire to kind of get up on the team and be a true NHL professional? What do you think that does to the Gargoyles team in this second year with it being there?
Well, I use Bryce Montgomery as an example, and when it comes in terms of the NHL preseason games or the preseason, prospects tournaments, or even to the point of the training camp, probably not looking necessarily at the Gargoyles, because for the most part, a lot of the guys that are playing in the draft picks, we won't see unless it's maybe the goalies. But a guy like Bryce Montgomery, who came down to us last year, he spends the whole summer training down here in Raleigh, training with those guys like Aho and Jarvis and Svechnikov, and trying to become the next level of elite. It's exactly that when they come down, if they come down to us, they have that veteran experience and kind of the idea of what it takes to get to the next level. And for us, we don't really find out about those until probably mid-October. The prospect tournament will be, I believe, September 13 to 15 for the Hurricanes. So that's a good look at a couple of the guys we'll get. Usually we'll have a couple of names on the AHL side of Chicago Wolves two-way players that might be coming back down to us, players that were offered a spot in the Wolves training camp, and we'll get a prospect deal out of that as part of their signing with us. So it's fun it's just fun to see hockey back, because that's the first taste of it that you get. We'll obviously be watching pretty closely on the few names that we maybe could get, but then you'll have the NHL training camps, the preseason is just going to be a lot of fun to grow the game here, to see it up close, to have it in our building. We're going to be on the Gargoyle side. We're running the show. So it's a huge opportunity for our staff as well, personally, to continue to promote your own resume. And then we get into our training camps around October 4th, 5th, 6th range. The AHL training camps will go kind of right into that as well. So we might start seeing who the AHL players getting sent to us are by kind of midweek there, the first week of October. And then it's really on from there. But in terms of the guys that are getting the opportunity, I think we'll see more guys that were on the team last year that maybe are getting their shot this year, who might not be Gargoyles this year, but a guy like Ruslan Ajayev, who was our goalie last year, Bryce Montgomery, the defenseman, both of them are still contracted with the Hurricanes. They likely, I would guess, would be the ones that Carolina would pick to kind of represent here in the home market. And hopefully for them that we don't have to see them this year, because ultimately with the ECHL being a developmental league, your goal is that the guys get sent up. You see them progress and hopefully eventually make it to the NHL.
At least you don't got to play that 7'1" player over in San Jose. When I saw that, both Shannon and I were like, whoa, because you're already 7'1", you're a big guy, and those skates added like 4 to 5. So you're looking at a 7'6" wingman. Yeah, we've already had the discussion. I said I would not want to go against someone who's 7'6". And I've gone against 7-footers. Matt has too. They're not easy to go against, to say the least. So we really appreciate you. And if you know anybody at the Chicago Wolves, I've been trying to get a hold of somebody there for, at least a year now. If you know anybody that would be loving to talk to us, man, send me a message that way on that one. We really appreciate it. His name is Casey Ditzel. He is the play-by-play of your ECHL Greensboro Gargoyles. Casey, real quick, can you let everybody know where they can find you on social media? And then also, when can we finally say preseason this year?
Yeah, you can find me pretty easily. Just my name, at Casey Ditzel, one word, on all the socials. So unless it's Venmo, which I don't think anybody's going to need to know, that's the only one that's a little bit different. But just at Casey Ditzel all over. If you want to see what it's like going up against a 7-footer, there's a video on there pinned on my Instagram. He's not quite 7 feet, but Jack Sparks is 6'9" LA Kings prospect, and showed what it looks like when a guy who does not play hockey tries to play hockey against a guy that big. But man, preseason's coming pretty quick here. We're August 18th. I'd say by the time we hit September 1st, that's when the itch starts coming. I'll be making the trip down the road for that prospect camp, and that's when it's kind of all aboard, all systems go. That'll be around the 8th and 9th is when those prospects start coming into town. So we're getting there pretty quick, 2-3 weeks, and it's hockey season, baby.
Are you kidding me? I've had the itch since the end of the Stanley Cup last year. I'm like, I don't want hockey. And I even told Shane and Matt, and I said, man, I don't want this season. I want it to go full 7 games. I mean, heck, I would even love it to go 12 games Stanley Cup final, just because I love hockey so much. Casey,
especially
man,
when the right teams are in there.
Absolutely. Okay, so
that's not yours, my friend.
Hey,
Shane, you have a great night, Matt. I'll include you in that. Brandon, I hope you roll over a couple times in your sleep, my friend.
Casey, my friend, I appreciate you as always. We'll talk soon. Sound good, my friend?
Yeah, gentlemen, congratulations. 7 seasons, baby. Keep it rocking.
Yes, sir. You take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank
Right
you
on.
again, seriously. Oh, man. See, guys, how cool is that to talk to one of the legends of hockey? I love it. So thank you again, seriously, to Casey for indeed coming on. All right, so y'all, it's time to address the elephant in the room. Matt and Shane, the WNBA is back in the headlines again for the wrong reasons again. Dejanay Carrington and her awful performance. And the comments she made afterward. Now, Shane, I know you so badly have said you have a lot of choice words you would like to say about this one, but she closed, for those who don't know, she clotheslined Sophie Cunningham. Got assessed originally a flagrant 1, but it was upgraded to a flagrant 2 foul and was ejected. Then comes out and says, quote, white privilege. Then tries to come out and say that she is not racist in any way. But we know that's not true because she's made other comments. And then also more specifically, she had a white fan thrown out, and he eventually was actually allowed to come back into the game. Now, this is getting to be a disturbing trend indeed because of all the backlash that's going along in the WNBA. And obviously, it was kind of a slap in the wrist, seeing or not seeing what Carrington got. And I'm going to go right away to you, Matt, because you're my basketball guru. And then I want Shane to let us have it. But Matt, what are your thoughts on Dejanay? Obviously, she's a great player. I'm not discrediting her being a great player, but I'm discrediting the fact that this is becoming a disturbing trend with her. What are your thoughts on the whole situation? Do you think she should have been suspended? And then also now that she's attacking fans, what do you think about the whole situation?
I mean, everything's kind of subjective, man. Once you put the story behind it, people. I mean, Sophie Cunningham, solid player, but she talks a lot. She talks a lot, and she pokes the bear a lot. She does this in all of her games, but nobody deserves to get hit like that, man. I think that the suspension was wrong. How many games did she get? Do we know? Yeah, but
she didn't get a single game.
She didn't. She got 0 games.
She got 0 game suspension. She didn't even get a fine.
All right. Well, hey, the league deemed it. Hey, man. I mean, guys, let's go back to the bad boy Pistons here. But
she's not. But see, here's the thing, though. Sophie did the exact same thing a year ago, and she got ejected too.
Reputation goes into it. I mean, let's look at the days of Rasheed Wallace, Dennis Rodman. Who's the other guy that kept getting technical fouls? In the NBA,
everybody. Ron Artest.
I mean, if you have reputation,
world peace, whatever he wants to call himself today.
If you have reputation, then your reputation precedes you. Granted, nobody deserves to get clotheslined. As far as racial, I mean, I don't think it has anything racial to do with it, guys.
But why would she say white privilege though?
Because in the black, I'll go and educate you real quick. In the black community, man, it's one thing. Whenever somebody sees somebody of Caucasian descent
just say
get away with something that somebody of African or Asian descent wouldn't, they're going to say white privilege. I mean,
but she didn't get away with it though. Actually, she did. Dejanay did get away with it, but again, go back a year ago, Sophie Cunningham did the exact same thing to a player on Chicago last year. She pulled her down and she got ejected. She didn't throw a fit, didn't go on social media and type blank privilege. She just took her punishment.
People express themselves differently, man. But again, with Sophie Cunningham, guys, she's an irritant. She's what they call an irritant.
She backs up her talk though.
She does backs it up, but she's a good player to have around. Caitlin Clark, man, that's what you need. You need those type of not enforcer, but somebody that's going to stand up for their player. And that's what she does. She stands up for her players. But at the same time, man, I mean, last year was last year. The refs were different. I mean, the moment is different. You can't really compare these things from last year to this year due to the fact that it was different people, different referees. I mean, the referees made the call that they thought they needed to make. The WNBA made their call. They didn't think it was deemed worthy enough of a suspension, and that's just something we got to roll with. Hey, man.
What about her attacking a fan though?
So what happened exactly with the fan?
She paused the game and said, and it's literally on the court row, and she said he was heckling her and calling her names. So they actually have audio footage that he didn't say one thing to her, have video footage of it. The security pulled him and his wife aside. They were able to account to everything. They lined it up perfectly, and he was allowed to come back on.
Okay, because he didn't do anything. Okay, so Brandon, you know very well when you're playing the game, people say so many things behind you. You don't know who it is. When you turn around, you think you know who it is. You know, it was just one of them type of things, man. She thought it came from there, but it wasn't him. It was probably the person next to him or something like that. She heard something, and it happens all the time. It happens all the time in games. I remember the big Russell Westbrook in Utah.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that too.
That was a big thing. You know, he went when LeBron was pointed. He got the ref.
Sophie Cunningham, she does the
pointed. Yeah, I mean, did the point. I mean, again, usually athletes let stuff go, that fans say, but 9 times out of 10, if a family member is attacked or something that's said that's crossed the line, that's when an athlete will react that way. So something was said that crossed the line, and she thought it was that person, but it wasn't that person. It was somebody else. So I wouldn't equate that with the issue that she got going on, clotheslining people, things like that. But I can see why it would be headlines. It would be in the news because of kind of the little run that she's on with the media.
All right. First off, I got to show Matt's new action figure. This is his favorite action figure. Matt, it's already in the mail. And I want everybody to see. This says new LeBron.
This is what we're doing.
I had to do that. Sorry, because you heckled me for having my mic muted. I had to do that one too.
I'll tell you what, to all the fans that are out there, if you can find Bronny James in the intro, I will give you $100. Find Bronny James, screenshot it, send it to Brandon. You can find Bronny James is in there. He's in there.
No, he is not.
Yes,
no
he
way
is.
He is.
If you can find Bronny James in the intro,
I'm gonna go back and watch
you will get $100.
All right, Shane, the floor is yours. I want to hear your thoughts on Dejanay and the whole situation.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
well, I'll go ahead and kind of avoid the political talk and stuff like that about what was said. But I'll go into the NBA or the WNBA and their officiating and ruling on this. We've seen in the NBA where players that have a history of certain types of plays get called, and more severity comes with the multiple times that you do this. Dejanay has been known to come up from behind on fast break players to swipe the ball from behind, and has been known to catch players kind of in the head. But she's also been known to kind of get the ball as well. It's just one of those things that she's known for in those plays. And so I think, we talked about the WNBA and their officiating at the end of last season. This just shows that it's not getting any better, and there has to be something done to make the WNBA accountable for this. And I think, that's kind of the word that needs to go around for all this is accountability. Just say, hey, I tried to make a play. It was the wrong play to try to make. Hopefully nobody's hurt. Let's go on about it and play the next game. You got to start looking into this, especially with the more polarizing, kind of figures that you see in the game now and the fandom that you see. You got to get a handle on this now before it gets really out of control.
I agree. And, officiating in general, we know that there's never a true term of the most perfect referee. There's never going to be. You can argue all you want about Ed Hockley and Sean Hockley being the best because they explain everything in detail, but there's no such thing as a perfect referee. But
everybody just wants the guns.
Yeah,
they really care about the Hockleys, the guns.
Yeah, the Hockley and the guns. But I will say this though, and we'll move on. Is this the WNBA has to get a hold of the bleep show that's going on right now, whether it be with what happened recently on Sunday at the Atlanta Dream and Indiana Fever, where the security they made two fans who were voicing their protest about a certain comment that Sophie Cunningham made. We're not going to talk about it, but they made them wear different shirts. The WNBA did come out and say that is not a direct relations to us, and they will handle it. But, you have that situation going, and you have the constant ticky-tack, ticky-tack calls of the WNBA refereeing. You have fans getting into unnecessary interactions with owners, i.e. the Seattle Storm. And there's so much going on. And this is still a very young league. Folks, you got to realize this league is only 30 years old. Matt, just real quick, the NBA is like, what, 100 years? How old is the NBA? Just out of
NBA of 1940 something, I believe, but the WNBA
so it's been around for a very long time.
WNBA started 98? I think it was
97.
It was 97, 98.
97. It's that they're officially 30 years old. So this is still an infancy league, and you're already putting all these hiccups and blunders around. They've got to get in control. And I think it does start with higher up. And I don't know if the owners need to come together as with the NBA ownership as well. And even with Adam Silver, I don't like the ball-headed alien. That's just me. But I think they need to come together and talk about, do we need to look for a new commissioner? I know there's a deputy commissioner in the WNBA, but people don't like her either. So we'll see. But we just want to talk about that one. Now, let's go to the next topic. Now, Matt, this is strictly at you. Shane will definitely chime in too. But did you guys see, before these crazy signings happens for the Atlanta Falcons, the salary cap space going into 2027? And in case you guys do not know, I'm so happy I'm able to show that. That literally is the salary cap space. Matt, that's $108 million. Matt Ryan did the good work and cleared up a lot of bad cap with a lot of low risk, potential high reward signings. We already see the issue starting to develop with Tua Tagovailoa. But what does this say to you specifically, Matt, knowing that this season, in theory, is a transition season for them? Of course, it's been a transition season since 2016, let's just be honest. But what does this say to you, knowing that Atlanta is poised for unprecedented levels of success going into 2027?
I mean, you look at it as if the reason why they have that much is because they're not paying a quarterback. I mean, you got to pay. If you have a good quarterback, of that 108,000, a little over half of that is gone. So, I mean, they're not going to get that much to Michael Penix. I mean, unless Michael Penix has some kind of
he balls out and has like 7,000 yards
over the next 2 years, because next year they could pick up his 5th-year option next year. So at this being his 3rd year. So with that being said, man, they're not really paying anybody. They're paying Bijan and they're paying Drake London. That's really it. And they're paying Kyle Pitts. That's really it, man. I think the Falcons are going to do what the Falcons do. They have a team that's ready to compete now. They have a team, but now they don't have a quarterback. So I mean that's crazy, man. I think what they need to do is they need to find somebody in the league. There's got to be a good backup quarterback somewhere in this league. There has to be a backup. But it's like I said at the end of last season, though, man. Hey guys, we're gonna be tanking for Manning, and I'm not talking about.
And it's not talking about Arch.
I'm not talking about Arch. We're gonna be tanking for Manning.
Marshall.
Marshall
Manning. Matt, do the pose again, please.
But that's what it seems like, man. That's what we're gonna be doing. That's what we're gonna be doing, man. Because then the moves that they're making, I get it. Matt Ryan inherited a messed up team. Yeah, Raheem Morris,
Fontenot, and Raheem Morris.
What did I say about Fontenot? What did I say about Fontenot?
He was going to come in and he was going to screw everything up, and he did.
Exactly, because he's from the Saints.
Yep.
He didn't come here to succeed, man.
That's like having Sean Payton be our head coach.
Yeah, he didn't come here to succeed. He came here to make us bleed. And that's what he did. Yep. So I mean, but hey, man, that is what it is. Right now, they have to find an answer at quarterback. I hope he could be Tua or Penix, but the reality of it is that's not going to be it.
Unless one of them has like a 7,000 yard, 85 touchdown season, man, they're going to
have to find a diamond in the rough like the Chiefs did with Mahomes. They're just going to have to find a diamond in the rough, man. But with that being said, kudos to Matt Ryan for clearing that space up, man. And who knows? Maybe they can get a top free agent in there, man. Maybe that can happen. You never know. You never know, man. Never know what can happen. So we'll see.
What are your thoughts on this, Shane? Knowing that, now look, folks, in case you know this, Shane is a Carolina Panthers fan. Shane's a Carolina person in general. But knowing that Atlanta is poised to have $108 million in salary cap room going into 2027, what does this say to you? Do you think Atlanta, like Matt said, will do the Atlanta thing and just stink up the joint? Or do you think Atlanta is actually poised to build on success?
Well, that's one thing that you got to kind of look at, with adjusted cap space. I believe y'all are sitting just behind Arizona for the most adjusted cap space going into next season. But that leaves you options. Matt Ryan going into next season is definitely going to have a grip on things and see, what do you have at quarterback, as Matt mentioned. So you're looking to maybe go after some of those pieces. I really can't think of a lot of offensive linemen and great offensive line talent that the Falcons have. That's one of those things where I think would some of that adjusted cap space needs to go to is a big offensive line signing, and then you've got the weapons on offense. As we've mentioned before with Pitts and Bijan and London, but you can afford multiple defensive players or a big name defensive player with that much adjusted cap space. So there's plenty of options. And even with that being said, you never know what's going to happen at the trade deadline either. We saw Micah Parsons after his contract turmoil down in Dallas last year get traded midseason to Green Bay. That was a move because Green Bay had a lot of adjusted cap space sitting there where they could bring in a big guy like that and it not hurt so bad. So that's one of those things that you look at and people get paid millions of dollars to do so. We can just sit here and round table it all we want, but man, there's multiple ways that you can go about it with as much adjusted cap space as you have. If you don't want to, kind of build through the draft per se, so that gives you that flexibility to go out and get a big name if you need to.
I agree. And look, obviously we're being too preemptive. I mean, for all we know, for bleeps and giggles, the Atlanta Falcons could go 14-3. Well, I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying they could. Anything can happen at any given moment. I mean, for crying out loud, Von Miller just came on and said, I'm here to win over in Dallas. You think Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl? No, ain't going to happen. So I think what Matt Ryan has done with the little that he has, as he's done a significant amount of cleaning house, Matt. Absolutely done an amazing job. So tip your cap to what Matt Ryan has done. All right, so let's go to the next topic. The Orlando Dreamers. Yes, this is these are investment owners. They're trying to bring Major League Baseball to Orlando, and I think we are destined to see it happen in our lifetimes, actually. But I don't know if you guys saw the renderings for the Orlando Dreamers Stadium. That's actually what it looks like. What it's going to look like. It will be tied to Disney World. It actually will be right at Disney World. I like the color scheme as well. In case you guys don't know, it's like Matt. What type of orange is Texas? How would you just Shane? Whoever, how would you guys describe the orange that is at Texas?
Texas orange,
like
burnt
a
orange,
orange.
Texas
Burnt orange.
Yeah,
It's like an off burnt orange is what, or this is the. See if I can get the color here. That's what the color scheme will look like. Is orange and white. Now, it's really gaining headway. It actually is going to look very similar to the Tampa Bay Rays new stadium that they're building. So, since Shane is my baseball guy, and they said it's also going to have similar characteristics of SoFi Stadium, which is where the LA Chargers, the Go Chargers Go play. But Shane, what are your thoughts? Do you think within, say, the next 5 to 7 years, we do see a professional baseball team in Orlando? And what are your thoughts on the whole franchise as a whole? Like, what do you think this franchise could be like?
Well, I know definitely, Florida is one of these hotbeds when you talk about expansion in any league. They've got multiple, bustling metro cities that are able to host events and stuff like that. With the operation of Orlando and everything being kind of tied to Disney as well. Disney's got one of the largest sports parks and complexes in the world that down there, and I mean they host many different kind of tournaments, and also, so I think bringing a professional team there, is definitely great to see. It's a lot of I guess you would say owners and stuff look into the Florida markets also because of the economics of it. It's
There's no state tax.
yeah. So that when it comes to ownership and stuff like that, in any business, but much less one scrutinized as professional sports leagues are. You got to look at the bottom line. So that definitely entices people to be there in Florida. And as far as the stadium renderings and all the amenities and everything else go, if you're going to compete with the big dogs,
Look like the big dogs, right?
yeah, you got to be there. That's one of the things that takes shape with these stadiums, and especially the open air concept, but domed all at the same time, kind of, leaves you open to anything, kind of possibilities, all-star games, worlds, if they were to have World Series there, in October, it's, wouldn't be too bad, but it also gives you, zero weather delay games.
Yep. Well,
So,
actually, in theory, because they have lightning delays at SoFi.
yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of, it's one of those kind of depends on situations, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But it's any new stadium that's going to get built is going to be a state of the art kind of beauty when it comes to any kind of professional sport across the board.
I agree, and I'm excited. I am excited on this one. Now, Matt, I want to go to my next topic because this is tethered directly to you because of what's going on in the NBA. The LA Lakers are being sold again. Just 14 months since the then record $10 billion sale happened. This time, it's for now a record $12.5 billion. And now there's this hoopla going on with Jeannie Buss, whatever you want to call her name. I don't know it. That she doesn't want to sell her full stakes in the Lakers. This is a crazy situation. And, there is, the conspiracy theorists, rumors and everything that LeBron James secretly knew something was going to happen with the Lakers. I don't know. Could there be turmoil in LA? Absolutely. There's a real possibility. Obviously, we know the turmoil that's going on down in literally 5 minutes down the road with the Clippers. But what are your thoughts on this real quick, Matt, about the LA Lakers being sold for a $12.5 billion and they're the entire Buss family is completely washing their hands, basically, of the entire Lakers franchise.
Well, yeah, Jeannie didn't want to sell, but she got outvoted. Guys, we knew this was going to happen, and this was going to come down back when Mr. Buss put her kind of in charge over her brother. Eventually, this was going to have to happen. I know they sold 70% of the team was owned by somebody else, so the percentage that they owned, just got sold because she was outvoted, pretty much. Guys, of course, LeBron
5-1 or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, of course, LeBron knew this was going to happen. I mean, guys, they didn't just vote on this yesterday. I mean, this happened a while ago, and then they're just not giving.
But only 14 months though since the sale just happened. We're back at it again. Like, what type of turmoil do you think is going on though in LA, man?
I won't say it's turmoil. I'll just say this is what happens when you don't have one owner per se. This is what happens when it's a group of people or conglomerate or whatever owning it.
The Hawks are the same situation, remember?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I think LeBron, they should have told LeBron. I mean, guys, before LeBron hit the Lakers, they were trash for the good 6 years straight, man. This is towards Kobe's end, man. When he tore his Achilles and things like that, the Lakers weren't good until LeBron got there. LeBron, it's only right that they told him, hey, man, look, this is what's going to happen. The team's getting sold. And, of course, with Jeannie Buss not in the fold anymore, of course, LeBron's going to decide to go elsewhere, which is why he didn't resign back with the Lakers. But, hey, man, I mean, look, guys, it happens in sports. We're going to probably see the Lakers get sold again before we leave this earth. So we'll see what happens.
What are your thoughts on this, Shane? Do you think there is turmoil going on in LA?
Well, I think Jeannie's just kind of upset because she had a deal even with the previous sale with Walker to remain as the governor of the Lakers until 2030, no matter what happened. So it's kind of a family mess. If anybody's ever had to go through estate stuff when loved ones pass and all, it can get nasty, especially between family members.
Yes.
So it's definitely one of those things that you kind of hate to see it, especially as a polarizing family as the Busses are. But I mean, hey, it's in the time. I'm not surprised that this happened. As far as the sale of the remaining shares and all, it's just one of those things that in sports, if you can get out, I mean, how many years ago was it that it was sold?
14 months ago.
Okay, so yeah, I would take a $2.7 billion profit
Oh
in
gosh, yeah, me
14
too.
months.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's all business and it's all about the mighty dollar. But LA is one of those scrutinizing sports cities. If you don't live up to the hype, it's gonna be bad news and nothing but bad news until you are. We saw just recently what the Nets owner came out and said. It's a shame to have the Knicks win and how poorly we did.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that it's a very polarizing, scrutinizing sports city, and you've got to be ahead of the game to be competitive and to make noise. And I think that's that's the end goal of everybody here, to make some money and to be relevant.
I agree. Now, look, we were going to talk about the MLB strike, but due to times, we're not going to be able to. We'll talk about it on Friday. But now it's time for everybody's favorite segment. It is Yes, it is the honorable mentions where we give love to stories that deserve it. And also want to let you guys know that we are close to having our good friend Tim, who's a part of our network. Him and his co-host Will Ritchie are answer the call. The Called the Nuts new segment will be coming soon. Really excited on that one. So stay tuned. It's coming soon. But my first honorable mention goes out to the NFL, and it's finally nice to say this, but it's back. Y'all, I don't give a bleep, but it's the preseason. It's back. Football is back. And by the way, did you guys know it's only a couple weeks until week 0 of college football? Let's go. High school has started for a lot of the vast majority of the West Coast, and it starts this weekend here in the upstate of South Carolina. Georgia just started theirs last week. I do also want to give a quick shout out to all the OIA football games that are unfortunately have been postponed in the state of Hawaii because of Hurricane Lala. It is a very big mess that has happened there, but it will be back. But how cool is it to sit there and say football is back? Hockey is about to be back. Baseball is getting in the thick of it. I mean, basketball, Matt, it's not going to be much longer until October is here. And then we got basketball, football, hockey, soccer. Everything imaginable is back. So excited. Welcome back indeed to football.
And it gets cooler outside.
Which, I mean, I guarantee you everybody's going to raise their hand and say, let's go ahead and tell the 100s, the 90s, the 80s, heck, even the 70s, get on out of here because you ain't welcome no more. Last time I checked, 117 is hotter than hot.
I'll take the 70s all day.
I'm okay. I'm ready for cool weather. I'm tired of sweating.
About 50 at night.
Oh God, yeah. Did you see you guys are gonna get 50s this week? By the way.
Oh yeah.
Super jealous.
I know.
Rub it in, man. I mean, Shane, rub it in. Seriously. Speaking of Shane, give us your first honorable mention, man.
Well, my first honorable mention is going to go out to Trey Mancini. He was the 2021 AL Comeback Player of the Year. We've had Steven Garcia interview with Mark
Yep.
here since we've had our little break. But he also had colon cancer, but returned to play after that. He helped Houston to the 2022 World Series victory, and played 5 games with the Angels this year, and just announced his retirement from baseball. Great career, especially with what he had to go through and come back from. As we know, as everybody can know, go check out the interview with Mark and
Yes.
Steven Garcia, and you'll really learn a lot about what it does to your body and stuff like that. And just shout out to Mancini for his career, and happy retirement.
Yes. And by the way, Steven Garcia had just announced that he shaved his head bald. As you guys know, he is stage 4 colorectal cancer. However, Mark was able to find out that, and this was actually before all the other news outlets came out, that that his tumors have shrunk by 98%. So congratulations to Steven. He's not out of the woods yet, but he's responding well to treatment. Go definitely check that interview out. There was over 20,000 views alone. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Matt, give us your first honorable mention.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the number 1 pick, Fernando Mendoza. He looked real solid, man, in his first preseason game. Man, he went 10 for 16 with 97 yards to a
I like how Matt's
touchdown.
ignoring that.
And so hopefully he can keep that up, man, sustain that, and hopefully he can get on the field and we can get Kirk Cousins off of the field. So,
Boy, tell us how you really feel about Kirk Cousins.
right?
I love it. My second honorable mention, and this one I was attacking Matt right away on this one because it also happened again today. Matt's model citizen got the nod, yes, for preseason over Deshaun Watson. Who gives a bleep? But you know what, though? Today, KC Concepcion got hurt by Matt's model citizen. And he even said, cut the bleeping quarterback. So, Matt, I hope you're excited for an 0-17 season for your model citizen, or 1-16-1, or whatever, because the model citizen ain't no model citizen no more. Shane, give us your second honorable mention. See, that's all about Matt. I just got to attack Matt today. I'm attacking him with LeBron's new action figure, and now I'm attacking him for his model citizen. Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, my next honorable mention is going to go to Eric, the Peanut Guy Martinez. He accomplished possibly the toughest task when it comes to professional sports. On July 28th, he attended his home game of the Ontario Tower Buzzers, making
Is that baseball?
Yes, minor league baseball,
What a cool
making
name.
it his 237th and final ballpark to complete the circle of all major league and all minor league ballparks that he traveled to in the past 10 years. Definitely a great story, good read on minorleaguebaseball.com that I came across. And man, it's one of those things. I dream of going to every MLB park,
Oh, God, me too.
much less every minor league park as well.
Could you imagine that doing that too, Shane? How daunting of a task would that be to go through all those ballparks? How long did it take him to go through all those, though? The 249?
About 10 years, 237. But it took him about 10 years. He works with the minor league program, I believe, out of Arizona. So he's been afforded the availability to travel a lot to do that. It's one of those things that, man, if I had $1 million, every football stadium, every baseball stadium, every NASCAR
everywhere,
track,
everything.
I'd have an RV or two, and me and Miss Lily be driving around, going to ball games.
Just get this. You know what? Get a Sportz Nutz RV, and you can take off and tell us what it's like to go to all 237 minor league ballparks.
Yeah. I'll get with Matt, and we'll work on the wrap and everything for it as well.
Well, Matt's got all that money too. So I mean, anyway, Matt, I don't know if you realize, but tonight it was the day we're going to attack you on everything. You notice that?
Yeah, attack with lies. I don't know what they're talking about, guys. Matt is broke.
I'm not saying anything about that, but I know who to go to for the graphics and the videos and stuff like that. So,
Hey, it was my friend Arthur Igloo.
Matt, give us your next honorable mention.
Oh man, guys! For those who don't know, man, the NBA schedule dropped, and it comes with a couple of crazy revenge games. First, we're gonna see Jaylen Brown return to Boston.
To where?
With LeBron, Boston.
Where?
Boston.
Boston. The Hawks.
Bawston.
Boston is Booston.
Bawston. Boston. Yes. Now we see him and LeBron travel to Boston, man, on January 21st. And we're also going to see Giannis return to Milwaukee January 28th, man. So a couple of quote unquote revenge games going to take place. So, hey, let's see what LeBron does this year.
Hey, I have a quick honorable mention. Do y'all know who Storm Glenn is, by the way?
Sounds familiar.
Storm Glenn is an antique dealer. He bought a photograph for $250 at a California estate sale, which is believed to be Babe Ruth's, one of his first pictures of him playing professional baseball. He paid $250. Guess how much they're saying that it could be worth? Shane, do you have a guess?
I'm going to say it's not signed or anything, just a picture, right?
Yes, it's a picture of him and the entire team.
Okay, I'm going to say probably $6.5 million.
That's the picture right there. And look, they have it circled where Babe Ruth is. Now, Matt, what do you think the picture could be worth?
About $250,000 easy.
So Shane is actually the closest. It is estimated to be worth $4.5 million for a picture of Babe Ruth. I had to mention that one.
Hey, I was right. $250,000 easy. I mean, $250,000 easy.
You said $250,000.
$250,000 easy. That means
$4.5 million for this picture. He paid $250 for it.
That means it's easily above $250,000.
He banked. I just had to mention that one. That actually came out on the news the other day, so I had to mention it. But my third and final honorable mention goes out to all the high school football games, and the season is about to get going. Now, some, like I said, mentioned earlier, some states have already started back to high school football, and I want to also shout out to my high school, Roswell High School, for beating Walton, Matt. They beat them in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium last Thursday. Here was the crazy thing. They had this hype video. They won 32-20, and then the head coach goes, "Don't be late to class tomorrow." He gave them a written pass to miss first period. So he even says that. So it was crazy. But I'm so excited. And the reasons why I'm excited is not only because it's football, the world seems better with football. And Matt has already alluded to it. Shane has too. Cooler weather's here soon. So I'm excited for all of the above. Check yes for everything. Did you miss me? Oh, I absolutely did miss you. Did I miss the temperatures? Oh, you best darn believe I did. We're so excited to welcome back to all of football. Shane, give us your third and final honorable mention, please.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna slip one in real quick before my last honorable mention. Our thoughts and condolences go out to the Bill Rasmussen family. Co-founder of ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of one of those. If ESPN was never created, would we actually be here doing what we're doing right now? So one of the things that I grew up on was ESPN. I still live off of ESPN and other things, but definitely our thoughts, prayers, and condolences go out to the family. And you hate to see that, but he was in a battle with Parkinson's.
93 years young though.
Yeah, but at 93, so had a long, great life that will probably be a 30 for 30 at some point here in the future. So, but my last honorable mention is going to go to Billy Edwards Jr. He's getting the nod for the UNC Tar Heels in their opener against TCU, where they hope to avenge the 48-14 loss. Or as Matt would say, a shellacking.
Or Molly
But,
Whopping.
yeah, mollywop, shellacking, any one of those old famous terms for just a good old fashioned beatdown. But transferred from Wisconsin, was granted that infamous, hopefully last time, 6-year medical red shirt. But he was actually injured, so that one makes sense, unlike Trinidad. But either way, it's should be a great kind of starter for the Heels and give them that veteran leadership going into the year when they kind of looked lost last year. So definitely that week 0 matchup in Ireland, I believe it is, is going to be one to watch.
Absolutely. Matt, give us your third and final honorable mention, please.
Absolutely, man. My third honorable mention is going to go to the Sportz Nutz Fantasy Football League, guys.
I was waiting for you to mention this. I was hoping you were going to mention it.
Yeah, man. Guys, by the time we have our next episode, man, the league will be up and ready, and I'll have a link for everybody to join who wants to join. Get $20 buy-in. That's what we're going to do this year. Hey, man. Hey. We'll talk. It's going to be a $20 buy-in, man. Guys, we're going to, going to do it big this year, man. We're going to have everything ready to roll and ready to rock. And
Matt's
it's
going
going to be a fun, competitive league.
Wait, who won it last year, by the way? I can't remember. I really don't remember.
I don't remember. We ended up doing a free, though. And, free leagues, nobody cares.
Shane, do you remember who won it? I really don't remember who won the thing last year.
It was either me or somebody else.
Was it Trey?
It was somebody. It was how when it was a free league, nobody cares anymore after about the 4th or 5th week after a free league. But when it's a money league, people are going to be paying attention, hitting the waiver Wednesdays, hitting the waiver wire.
Yeah. Matt will be there at 12:01, popping everything imaginable waiver wire.
Absolutely. 11:59, ready to roll.
11:59 and 59 seconds. He's going to be loaded
goes
up.
To midnight Wednesdays and waivers go free.
Everybody.
It's time to choose. It's time to choose. So, yeah.
I was hoping. I even texted you and I said, "Are we doing another fantasy football?" And I got crickets.
Yeah. Hey man, you want to wait till the preseason comes usually, man. Like I said, I don't like doing the draft until after the preseason's done. That way, whoever's hurt is hurt, and that's how it goes. There's always a major injury every year. Every year there's always somebody just get hurt. I think somebody just got hurt now for the season.
2 Saint players are done for the year. One of them's like 5 months recovery alone.
Oh my gosh.
But who cares about the Saints?
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a better team. Y'all, this was an absolute amazing episode. By the way, shout out to Mark. He just completed his interview with Chapel Fowler. Please go check it out. He is the beat writer for Clemson University. But here's the updates. This is an exciting time. Like I said, I want to say welcome back to your favorite show. Hope that you guys really did enjoy the first episode of this amazing new season. We have a whole lot more planned, I promise you. The website will be up next week. I promise you it will be up next week and running. And also, I want you guys, please, if you can, as you heard Shane mention it, let's go ahead, if you guys can, go acknowledge Mark and check out his interviews. His interview that Shane had mentioned to was an interview with Steven Garcia, over 20,000 views, over 12 million people listened on the radio alone. And he also interviewed Kai Carlin. As you guys remember, we had Kai on our show recently too. And he has a lot more great interviews lined up. The store, it is up and running. We are working on a potential second vendor to possibly have exclusive merchandise. There's a merchandise for everybody, but please check out the store. It'll be on the website as well. Now, are you also interested in being a part of the network as a sponsor? Well, you can send myself an email. You can send Matt an email. You can send Shane an email, and we will get you in touch with our pricing package. It's really good rates, some of the best rates possible. And if you guys are interested, we'd love to grow with you. Also, if you haven't, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Help us get to the year-end goal of at least 15,000 subscribers, but we'd love to get 20,000 so we can do it with your help. And please help our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and TikTok accounts grow. You can share it with your friends, family, everybody you know, and say, hey, I found this really cool sports talk show. I think you should check them out. We greatly appreciate it. So here's the upcoming list for the episodes tomorrow. Episode 253A. Yes, tomorrow. This is the only time we had available with her. It is Ku'ale Agbenyati. Remember, we had her on. We had a lot of fun with her. We're excited to talk with her. The episode will be at a special time of 7 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Hawaii. Marcus McCallum will be with her as well. So we'll talk to Marcus, and we're really excited about having Ku on, especially with what is predicted for the UH football season. Episode 254 will be Friday, August 21st. The Minnesota Northern Lights pro hockey team of the FPHL is joining the show. Really excited about that one. Episode 255 will be Tuesday, August the 25th. Matt's favorite person, Peter Blake, who covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's back, and you guys know we had a good time with him last time that we're having him back on. He's going to talk about the upcoming season for the Bucs, and also he's going to tell us who his dark horse is for the NFC South, and it's actually not the Bucs. Could there be a little hint there, Shane? And then episode 256, Friday, August the 20th. This one I'm really excited about. Jeff LaCuro is the PA announcer for the WNBA's Portland Fire. He is coming on. I'm really excited to talk to him. This is the first WNBA team we're actually going to get on. Episode 257 will be Tuesday, September 1st. Ben Caminos is rescheduled coming on. Episode 258 will be Friday, September the 4th. The play-by-play announcer's name is Mike Maniscalco. I know I got to ask him how to say his last name, but he is the play-by-play for Shane's Stanley Cup champion Carolina Hurricanes is coming on. Episode 259 will be Tuesday, September the 8th. Chris Lowe, formerly of ESPN and now on 3 Sports, is joining us as well. As you guys do see, we have even more greatness planned. Like I said, make sure you guys go and check out all the amazing interviews that we have lined up with Mark as well. So with that being said, for everybody who tuned into the show tonight, listen live on the amazing radio stations we are on, and our international audience, thank you guys. You literally are the backbones to our show. We can't do it without you. All right, Matt, now you know it's that time. It's time to say goodbye to everybody and let them know if you'll be on there for Ku'ule or not, and any other exciting adventures you got planned for this upcoming season, please.
Like I said, guys, mainly going to be working on the fantasy league. Anything that's media related. That's kind of where I'll be focused on, man. Just make sure you guys pay attention to the shorts. Make sure you guys pay attention to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, all the podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, blah 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 blah. Yeah, just make sure you guys stay focused on that, man. We're gonna kind of keep the focus on that, making sure everything's updated, and making sure you guys are kept in the loop.
And you'll have shorts out every 2 weeks now. Matt has already confirmed that. He confirmed that with my wife and me. So he will start putting them out within 2 weeks. We greatly appreciate it.
Matt will do what Matt does, and we'll see.
Which is procrastinate until the nth degree. Shane, now you know it's that time. Share with everybody what you're going to be working on this amazing season. Any big guests that you're trying to schedule?
Oh man, just working, trying to get some guests scheduled. Especially as Brandon's alluding to in the NASCAR arena.
Yes.
Definitely. I've dipped my toes in there.
Which, by the way, Shane, tell everybody who you got to meet real quick, please, or not meet, but you got to get. Actually, you did get to meet him when you were at this recent race. Please tell. I'm excited. He got to meet some amazing people. Shane, just kind of give a little hint.
Oh yeah, well, the Melon Man brought donuts to our camper on Saturday morning. So
where's my donut?
Well, we had just finished cooking up breakfast, so we were kind of full, but definitely got to meet Ross Chastain and kind of hang out and talk for a second. It was great, man. If I go to the race with my cousin Tyler, he's got a horseshoe somewhere. And he does a great job meeting drivers, and we have a great time as always. And as you can tell from my voice, definitely a great time was had. But trying to do that, and a lot of other coaches, especially on the football side, with it being football season. Hopefully, we can get some time from these guys, and kind of venture into the fall football world.
Yes, we're really excited about that one. I want to let everybody know also, Mark did contact Marty Smith, and it looks like Marty Smith is coming on. So we're really excited about that one. And then also we're waiting to hear back from Jay Harris's camp, but it looks like he might be coming on our show as well. So as you guys see, we have a lot of big things. Shane is working feverishly. I promise you, he has got some really cool things lined up. So we're really excited about everybody that is a part of our network. Also want to give a shout out to our newest member of the network, Brian Snowman is officially a part of the network, so you'll get the chance to see him. We're really excited about that. So we have a lot of good things coming up. And as I always tell you guys, peace up, A-Town down wide. It's the greatest sports there ever was. Hey, you guys have a fantastic evening. Remember, we will be back with you tomorrow night to talk to our very good friend and a very large supporter, Ku'ule Agbenyani. If you guys want a chance to tune into her show, Wake Up in the Den comes on at 8:30 in the morning 8 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time. But the episode will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Hawaii. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please consider checking out all of our past interviews. Like we mentioned, like we said, we had Steven Garcia. We had our most recent one with Kamaka Pile, and that was really exciting. Really had a lot of fun talking with him. So we hope you guys have a fantastic evening and enjoy. Matt made a lot of work this week, this off season of our show. Enjoy this amazing outro, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And as always, goodbye.
Welcome to Sportz Nutz University. Another show is in the books tonight. We talked the games, we gave you everything. Now let the campus fade into the light. Sportz Nutz University, where the nuts always come to play. Sportz Nutz University, we'll see you on another day. Ooh, snow, we'll see you soon. Ooh, snow.